Hey Wargamers, I have my Index Xenos 2 book here, looking to talk about Vespid, probably the most improved unit in the Tau arsenal with 8th edition. So before we do that though, I want to say thanks for watching. If you like this video, if you like my other videos, go ahead, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. That way you don't miss any of my upcoming 8th edition unit reviews, battle reports, anything like that. Alright, so Vespid. Let's get into it. So Vespid are 15 points apiece. You're basically just paying for a neutron blaster on wings, and that's actually not too bad. So they have movement 14. They're fast, with 4s to hit in melee and shooting, strength 3, 4 toughness, 1 wound, 1 attack, or 2 if you're the strain leader, and then the strain leader is actually super important for leadership. It's 5 base and then 8 for the strain leader, and they have a 4-up save. So right off the bat you can see strain leader super important to keep him alive. That 8 leadership is way better than a 5 leadership, and it's critical to having Vespid actually function on the tabletop. Now you start off with 4 Vespid and you can go up to 12. So especially at those higher unit sizes, you're going to want to protect that strain leader, but overall you're probably looking at units that are going to be between 6 and 10 strong. You could go 12 too, but really what we want to use them for are focused, pointy, stabby attacks, just like an insect. So they actually do a really nice job of making Vespid feel like insects. They're fast, they sting, and that's about it. And I like that. I think that's pretty cool. They come with a neutron blaster. That's their only equipment. Neutron blaster is range 18, assault 2, strength 5 with a -2 AP and does 1 damage. So it's basically like a souped up pulse carbine, and it does pretty well in one situation in particular, and we'll get to that in a moment. They also have the Plunge from the Sky special role or ability, and that just allows them to deep strike. Notably, it's not a Manta deployment, so they don't benefit from homing beacon, meaning that they have to be at least 9 inches away from the enemy, but that's okay. We can shoot anything up to 18 inches away with Vespid, so really we wouldn't want to be 9 inches away anyway. Having that restriction on 9 inches does give us a little bit more flexibility than if it was like 18 inches or something like that. But nonetheless, Vespid are going to want to stay pretty far away. They're going to want to stay as far away as they can because they're not very strong in close combat. They're pretty squishy. If you can deploy Vespid just at the edge of their range, that's when they're going to do best. They have the Tau Empire and Vespid faction keywords, so they're not a Sept unit. They don't benefit from Sept-only special rules. And they have the Infantry Fly and Vespid Stingwing other keywords. So things like the Relic, they're going to be really good. They're going to be able to move and capture a objective very easily in that. And the thing with the Relic, of course, is that they're not going to be able to use their full movement, but that's okay. Still pretty fast. All right, what do you want to do with Vespid in your army? Well, Vespid actually have a relatively narrow niche. Vespid are not going to be the most efficient choice for taking out Toughness 3 units. That's actually going to be Fire Warriors. Fire Warriors are going to be a better option for taking out Toughness 3 opponents. Similarly, for anything that's Toughness 5 or higher, Crisis Suits are going to do a lot better job than Vespid. Instead, the only thing that Vespid are really going to be great at is killing Marines and Marine equivalents. And that's good because there's plenty of those in the game. So Vespid are really best at taking out things that are toughness 4 with a 3-up save and 1 or 2 wounds. That's where they shine. And that is a fine niche. That works out actually very well. And so I think the way that we want to use Vespid are as a pointed counteroffensive or a pointed assassination type unit. They're going to do really well at being deployed in the back lines or being deployed in a way that the enemy isn't quite expecting. You can place them pretty far away. They can still do some damage. Now, with the speed of a lot of units, you're not going to want to use them against dedicated close combat units because they're just going to get charged. They don't have the durability to survive that really. And even though they have fly, they're not going to have very many guys coming back out of that combat. So really, we want to use these guys to either help with a incoming charge, something like countering a unit that's coming up, or more ideally taking out a small unit that is somewhere else on the tabletop trying to grab an objective. So they're going to be good contesting units. They're going to be able to shoot guys off objectives really easily, and that's awesome. So that's what I think Vespid are good for. It's short and sweet. They're great at taking out Marines. Everything else has a better option, but these guys are great at Marines. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and of course, happy wargaming.